My past two videos have been about new voice models, talking about them, experimenting with them, testing them, etc. And now I'm back making this similar video. But this one is different. About a week ago, Vapi quietly released their own text-to-speech model. And I can pretty confidently say this could be a game changer for conversational AI. Unlike Sesame or Sonic 2, which got massive attention on launch, Vapi's new release has gone completely under the radar. No big announcements, no marketing. It's an update that probably most people missed entirely. Now, I spent the last few days testing this model pretty thoroughly, as well as comparing it to 11 Labs, Sonic 2, and even Sesame. In this video, I'm going to show you how to access Vapi's new voices. Then I'll demo me speaking with one of these voices to show you how just genuinely realistic they sound. And then what we'll do is compare it in 3 different tests to Sonic 2 and 11 Labs in order to see which model is better in conversational AI use cases. Okay, so I'm here in Vapi and we have these 4 assistants: Vapi 1, Vapi 2, Flash 2.5, and Sonic 2.0. Now, Vapi Copy is kind of just like inbound receptionist, and it's just going to be kind of a quick little demo to show you how well the voice sounds. Then Vapi, Flashpoint 2.5, and Sonic 2.0 are specifically for these kind of conversational AI tests, which will be conducted, which is how well does the AI say a phone number, an address, and then how well does it say a email, and like how well does it spell it back. So let's first show you how to access Vapi. We go into voice, provider, Vapi. As you can see, the first one, obviously they're going to make themselves first. And then we have a few different options here. So we have Cole, which is a 22-year-old white male, professional. Harry, 22-year-old white male, clear, energetic professional. We had Neha at the top, 30-year-old female Indian professional. Lily, Paige, Savannah, Hannah, they all have a little bit of a description so that you can choose which one you think is the best. Now, I'm going to first actually have this conversation with Neha, because this restaurant is a restaurant that is Malaysian, so an Indian accent. I mean, yes, it's not Malaysian, but it's more similar than a very white sounding Cole. So let's do Neha first, and then I will do Cole, and then you guys can see, you know, how well both these voices sound. So yeah, like I said, they sound extremely realistic. So be prepared for pretty impressive results.
Thank you for calling Mambo. How can I help you today?
Hi there. Yeah, I wanted to book a table for 2.
Of course. Could I have your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Hugo.
Thank you, Hugo. What date and time would you like the reservation for?
Ideally tomorrow. Is there availability for 7 p.m.?
Let me check that for you, Hugo. And this is for 2 people.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
Great. Could I please have your phone number to complete the reservation?
Yeah, my phone number is +44 123 456 789.
Got it. +44123456 789. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Perfect. And can I also have your email address, please?
Okay, so I'm not going to do the email address part. As you can see, we actually got a little test of the phone numbers spelling back, which, I mean, was pretty good. You could hear the voice beforehand of her speaking a little bit. I mean, for me, like, this is one of the most realistic voices I've ever heard. Yes, 11 Labs sounds higher quality, it sounds more professional, but we want realistic phone call conversational voices, right? We don't want people sounding extremely over the top. You know, when people answer phone calls, whether it be for a restaurant, whether it be for real estate, they're not always very excited, or they're not always very professional. They don't sound like a news reporter or something like that. Instead, we want just realistic, real life sounding and, you know, natural sounding people. So let's try Cole. Obviously, it's not going to sound as good because we're talking about a restaurant, Mambao. It's a Malaysian restaurant, but it's just to test how well Cole sounds too, and we can kind of rate the difference.
Thank you for calling Mambo. How can I help you today?
Hi there. I wanted to book a table. Yeah.
Great. I'd be happy to help you with that. Could you please tell me your name?
Yeah, my name is Hugo.
Nice to meet you, Hugo.
Oh, my bad.
Hi, Hugo. No worries, Hugo. Could you please tell me the date and time you'd like to book the table for?
Ideally tomorrow. Do you guys have availability for most of the day?
Let me check that for you. Could you please tell me what time you were thinking for your reservation tomorrow?
I was looking for around 7 p.m., I think.
All right, 7 p.m. tomorrow. And how many people will be joining you?
2. Just a table for 2, yeah.
Got it. A table for 2. Can I have your phone number, please?
Yeah, it's plus 44 123 456 789.
Thank you. Just to confirm, your phone number is plus 44 123 456 789.
That's correct, yeah.
Great, thank you. Now,
Okay, so again, I'll end it. As you can see, pretty good again. I'm genuinely smiling with how impressive this is. Vapi has really killed it in terms of just like not too monotone, not too expressive. It just sounds real. It just sounds like I'm speaking with a person behind the phone. And yeah, I'm very excited to see how these voices can look like in production. So now let's go through our little test. What I want to do is pair Vapi, Flash, and Sonic against each other. And the first test will be how well they recite a phone number. Now, for all of these tests, I'm going to use the best prompt for the model. So for the Vapi model, it's going to be spelling out like this. Cartesia does better with, the actual numbers. Vapi does better with the numbers spelled out like this, and so does Flash 2.5. So let's start with Sonic 2.0.
Hi there, thank you for calling. Could you please share your phone number with me?
Yeah, my phone number is plus 44 207 946 0958.
Just to make sure, that's plus 44 2 0 7 9 4 6 0 9 5 8, right?
That's correct, thank you. That was pretty good. Like I said in my previous video, which is funny to me because I'm constantly making new videos about new text-to-speech models. I think Sonic is very good at this. It's nice and slow, maybe a bit too slow, but I like it. I think it's a good way to, make sure that you're hearing the correct phone number. Now let's try Flash 2.5.
Hi there, thank you for calling. Could you please share your phone number with me?
Sure, my phone number is plus 44 207 946 0958.
Just to make sure, that's plus 42279 46958, right? I want to confirm I've got it correct.
Can you say that again, just to make sure?
You said your phone number is plus 427 947 958. Just to confirm, that's plus 44 207 946 0958, right?
That's correct, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so for some reason we got some weird hallucinations at the start where I just said it really quick. I'm not sure why that is. Then it repeated itself, and the last 2 times it was good. Again, maybe Sonic's a bit better. I mean, first of all, we got that, correct instantly, which is good. Having these kind of hallucinations really instantly takes people out of immersion. They kind of quickly realize, okay, well, something going on here. No human's going to go plus 23, you know what I mean? So it takes us out of immersion pretty quickly. Maybe this is something to do with my prompt. Let me actually just do one more test, this time with just the numbers, just to see if I can fix Flash 2.5 somehow.
Hi there, thank you for calling. Could you please share your phone number with me?
Yeah, it's plus 44 207 946 0958.
Just to make sure, that's plus 42079 460 right?
Okay, maybe actually that was a little bit better. I still think that wasn't the best, but that was better in my opinion. I heard more of it. I think it struggled with the 0, so after plus 44 20, but that was better than the spelled out, which is interesting because usually with the spelled out, it would be better. Now let's go to Vapi and see how Vapi handles. For Vapi, what I've done is spell it out. When it has the numbers in a format like this, it's a little bit worse, still pretty good, better than Flash, I think. But this gives it really the most realism.
Hi there, thank you for calling. Could you please share your phone number with me?
Yeah, sure. It's plus 44 207 946 0958.
Just to make sure, that's plus 44 207 946 0958, right?
That's correct.
I've got your phone number confirmed. It's plus 44 207 946 0958. Is there...
Okay, so the first time it was a little quick, which does make it sound a bit less realistic. So that's not something I like, but that's why I kind of gave it another turn to see whether that was just a one-time issue. And let's also, because I just changed the voice, let's test it with Cole to just see whether, Cole is, for whatever reason, better at saying the number, because I do think they are.
Hi there. Thank you for calling. Could you please share your phone number with me?
Yeah, it's a +44 207 946 0958.
Just to make sure, that's +44 207 946 0958, right?
That's correct. Okay, so yeah, Cole was better. I mean, I can't really test these voices incredibly and extensively because there's no API to Vapi's TTS models. It's only accessible via the Vapi platform and actually talking to the assistant. So you can't do as thorough tests and as large scale tests. But Cole to me here sounded a lot better. Now I am going to stick with Paige because it's only fair. All the other models are doing female voices. So let's try the next test, which is how well they handle addresses. Okay, like last time, let's start with Sonic 2.0 and see how it
Hi
does.
there. Thank you for calling. Could you please share your address with me?
Yeah, it's 221 S Lambeth Road, London, SW8 1XR.
Just to make sure, that's 221 S Lambeth Road, London, SW81XR, correct?
That's correct. Okay, again, pretty good, pretty quick, maybe a little bit too quick, just slightly though. Again, really, really good. I do think Sonic is a very, very good model. Like I said in the previous video, and I didn't lie in that previous video, I think it's very good. It said that 221S, pretty nice. Lambeth Road, nice. London, spelled out the postcode, very nice. So overall, I can't really floor it. The only floor I could give it is potentially slightly too quick. Okay, now let's try Flash 2.5.
Hi there. Thank you for calling. Could you please share your address with me?
Yeah, it's 221 S Lambeth Road.
Just to make sure, that's 221 S Lambeth Road, London, SW81XR. Is that correct?
Okay, so the S8 is obviously incorrect. You would say SW8. So that's not good, I guess. Everything else sounded pretty decent. I think I would be aware that this is an AI, but I wouldn't be mad with the way that it said it, and I wouldn't be, confused at what it said because I understood it all. It said it a bit blocky, like 221S, Lambeth Road, London, SW8 1XR, which might be something to do with the commas, something to do with that, but Sonic did better than Flash in my opinion. So now let's try Vapi with Paige's voice and the addresses.
Hi there. Thank you for calling. Could you please share your address with me?
Yeah, it's 221 S Lambeth Road.
Just to make sure, that's 221 S Lambeth Road, London, SW81XR.
Okay, so it said the Swait weird, it's not Swait, it's SW8. 221, I think it said it a bit, again, I would say it said it a bit quick. Let's again, just one more time, test it with Cole and see if Cole is just a better voice. I found Cole to be really good with all these types of things. So let's test it with that instead.
Hi there. Thank you for calling. Could you please share your address with me?
Yeah, it's 221 S Lambeth Road.
Just to make sure, that's 221 S Lambeth Road, London, SW81XR.
Literally, that is literally a human. That's perfect. The speed, 221 S Lambeth Road, in my opinion, that I'm more than happy with. I can deploy that and most people wouldn't know that is a AI at all. So Cole is probably better than Paige. And yeah, I would say Vapi beats them all with Cole as the voice. Now let's do our last test, which is how well it spells back email addresses. Okay, so first, Sonic 2.0.
Hi there. Thank you for calling. Could you please share your email address with me?
Yeah, it's hugopod@artilloai.com.
Just to make sure, that's HUGOPORT@ARTILLOAI.com, right?
No, it's HUGOPOD@ARTILOAI.com.
Just to confirm, your email address is HUGOPOD@ARTILOAI.com. I've got it written down now. Is that correct?
Okay, so this first time it got it wrong because of transcription. Second time it got it right because I spelled it out fully, so there's no way it's going to mess it up. And that sounded pretty good actually. From my previous tests on the last video, Sonic didn't do the best with the email spelling out, which was surprising because that was one of the features that they, said they improved. However, here, I actually got pretty good response. So maybe the previous videos was to do with hallucinations. This is why I like being able to, access things with APIs, because then I could, run this test hundreds of times and go through it myself and just listen over and over and over again and see, what are the chances of hallucinations. Anyway, I would say this was a pretty good response, a bit too quick, which made it sound a little unnatural. But yeah, I don't think that was bad, and I wouldn't floor, Sonic 2.0 for that response at all. Okay, let's test Flash 2.5 next.
Hi there. Thank you for calling. Could you please share your email address with me?
Yeah, it's Hugo, Pod, at artiloai.com.
Just to make sure, that's HUGOPOD at artiloai.com, correct?
Like, again, flawless. I would say the voice sounds really good with, spelling out. So Flash definitely better than Sonic 2.0 in my opinion. Now, last final test is to see how well Vapi does. Okay, so for this one, I'm actually going to start off with Cole, as he has, or the voice Cole has been consistently better, and then we can just test it with Paige just for a quick, test to see if it is able to produce just as good results as Cole.
Hi there. Thank you for calling. Could you please share your email address with me?
Yeah, it is Hugo, Pod, at artiloai.com.
Just to make sure, that's HUGOPOD at artiloai.com, correct?
That's correct. Again, flawless. Like Flash 2.5, sorry, and Vapi, both flawless. I would, and this may sound biased, or this may sound, like I'm just hyped about a new Vapi TTS, but I would just give the slight edge to Vapi TTS. To me, it just felt a bit more realistic. I don't know if I just really like this Cole voice or something else. But let's try Paige, because obviously voice-to-voice things can differ, as you can see with Vapi. I would say Cole is clearly better than Paige. And so maybe, the voice we're using for 11 Labs, Hope, is a little worse than another voice that 11 Labs has. So let's, let's make it more fair with also testing Paige and seeing how the female voice sounds. But yeah, currently those two models are definitely, tied for first.
Hi there. Thank you for calling. Could you please share your email address with me?
Sure, it's Hugo, Pod, at artiloai.com.
Just to make sure, that's HUGOPOD at artiloai.com, correct?
Pretty good. I would say Flash would be better, Cole would be better, because they were a little slower, but that was still amazing. I wouldn't be able to tell that that isn't a human, just because of the speed that they're speaking at. Okay, so that's all our tests done. As you can see, Vapi performed extremely well, especially with Cole as the voice. Paige was a little worse in some areas. It did very well on the email, but yeah, just a little bit worse. Overall, I think Vapi did incredible, and I would probably give it first place, which feels, wrong to me because I keep switching who I think is the best voice model, because we keep getting new releases that, beat the other. Flash 2.5 did very well for the email address. Sonic 2.0 did very good overall. And yeah, Vapi did also extremely well in my little conversation with the Mambo restaurant receptionist. And Vapi's overall TTS just feels very real and conversation-like. Also, if you've made it this far, please let me know which voice model you like the most. For me, that will be really important information, because obviously I use these voice models in production, and I want to know your opinion on which one you felt was the most realistic, which one you would be most happy with to have a conversation with. Now, also, we do have Sesame, which I think is on par with Vapi. I think Sesame is a little bit more emotional. It's better at changing its kind of intonation shifts based on the conversation, and maybe a bit more pauses, things like that. So I do think Sesame sounds just a tad bit more realistic in terms of the way the conversation and the way it speaks, not necessarily, the voice itself, but the way it's, changes intonation shifts, like I said, the way it pauses, the way it breathes, the way it makes noises like that. But currently we don't have any implementations of CSM yet. I do believe Cinderin is working on implementing Sesame, so when that is released, we can test and see what it actually feels like in a proper platform that we can start deploying conversational AI with. And then, I can do an even better comparison with Vapi. But right now, I do have to give the best voice model out there and most realistic for conversational AI to Vapi. So I'm really, really impressed.